It's the Royal Oak Show with Carlo Ginotti. Tonight's guests, restaurateurs and community leaders Bill Thomas and Jim Dimanski. Royal Oak Show makeup artist Gyjsta Nuculag. And from Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, Russ Brown. With music from George Pavlovich. And now, Carlo Ginotti!
Now, see, that's what I like to hear. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Royal Oak Show. Before we get started, I've got to give it up for Andy Aubrey, ladies and gentlemen. How about Andy over there?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Carlo.
Andy, you know, we've got a great show tonight, as usual. We've got a show that is just going to, we're on the cutting edge tonight. We're doing all kind of great things. Gyjsta's going to come out and make a couple people very, very happy tonight. Mm-hmm. We're doing this, you know, Andy, because it is spring.
That's true. You could have fooled me, but if you say so, Carlo.
Yeah, I'm getting really tired of this cold. The other day I woke up and it was 2 degrees. What is that? I don't even know what 2 degrees is. But spring is 3 weeks away. That means that Dream Cruise is only 72 hours away. So we're going to be doing that pretty soon.
It's coming right up.
We've got a great show. It's all about weddings and marriage and makeup. You know, spring is in the air. You're a happily married man, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a married man, yeah.
You've been married for a long time?
Sure.
You're married anyway, correct?
Absolutely, 16 years.
Right. Well, you know, as you know, marriage is a great institution. It really is. It really is. You know, a man is not complete until he meets a woman, and after that, he's finished. So you know that.
Hey, now look out.
But it's, you know, men aren't the easiest to get along with either. The other day, I went home to my wife and I said, "Honey, you've got your wedding ring on the wrong finger," and she said, "That's because I married the wrong man." Okay, boom, boom, boom. And finally, you know, I can't leave without, Andy, you've probably heard this. There was a woman who took out an ad in the personal ad section of the newspaper that's saying, "I need a husband." The next day she was bombarded with replies. All said the same thing: "You can have mine." So,
Right.
no, but marriage is a great institution, and tonight it's all about the happy part of marriage because it is spring. We've had a bunch of blushing brides-to-be in the audience tonight, and we're going to give away some gifts. So hopefully people are going to leave happy tonight. Andy, what's going on in Royal Oak? Anything exciting tonight?
Well, there's a few things. In addition to us giving away our bride packages, I will give you the following in the Royal Oak Show Community Buzz.
Okay, well, we're going to, before we do that, your hair looks a little different tonight. Is it, you know, I always come out and I make fun of your hair, but actually I'm very envious of your hair. Do you have something special done with your hair?
Well, I stuck my toe in a light socket on the way over here.
He's very humble. Who does your hair, by the way?
Mark Joseph, Barber Styling, on 14 Mile in Clawson. And, you know, head over there if you want to look like this. But
could he even make me look like that, too?
Well, he's not a miracle worker.
He's not a plastic surgeon.
He does some nice things, as you can tell. But he's not going to, you know, he's not a plastic surgeon either. So you've got to give the man some slack in that regard.
Maybe I'll call him and give him about 3 or 4 weeks' notice.
Yeah, you might want to make sure, and so he'll have plenty of time to make his vacation arrangements and get out of town. But
well, that's good.
No, he's a good man, and now he's probably going to charge me double to make up loss in income.
No, I think I would like to have a head of hair like that.
Yes.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get on with our show because in just a very short time you're going to meet the secret of making Andy and I so good looking. Gyjsta Nuculag is going to be out in just a second. In the meantime, Andy, tell us what's going on in Royal Oak.
Thank you, Carlo. We've got information. Call 248-541-6141. That's it for the Community Buzz, Carlo. And now back to you.
Thank you very much, Andy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us the Royal Oak Show secret weapon, Gyjsta Nuculag. Gyjsta, thank you for being on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, for those of you who have been watching the Royal Oak Show for quite some time now, you know that as handsome as Andy and I are normally, Gyjsta is our person, the magician here, who makes up all of us and the guests. And you're also, you've been with us since the very beginning. We're kind of a family, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We are a family.
Yeah.
We've been here since January, or a little bit before January.
Right, yeah. Well, it's coming up on a year now.
Yes.
You've been with us from the very beginning. That's your expensive expense account that we give you on this program, correct?
Well,
No. Actually, you have a day job, correct?
I do, yes.
You are the owner and operator of the My Joa studio and spa, correct?
Correct.
And where is that located?
That's in downtown Royal Oak. It's on Washington Avenue between 3rd and 4th Street.
And how's everything going with you?
Very, very well. It's my first year of owning my own place. It's very small, it's intimate, it's cozy, it's quaint, it's private, it's one-on-one, kind of like what I do a little bit here at the show. I prep everybody for their close-up.
Now, Gyjsta's very humble, but we know her for quite a while, and we know that she has been quite active in the community as well as in her profession. And I know that she would never say anything about what she does, but let me just tell you a little bit about what Gyjsta has done. You can see some of her work, magazines and local TV and news stations. Your work's appeared in Vogue magazine.
Yeah, I've had ads in there, and then I've done a lot of prominent work with Our magazine, with the Detroit Bride, their front covers of Our, and then also Detroit Home, and then just contributing to different fashion shows and just.
We're very lucky to have you, I have to admit. And just not too long ago, we did have the editor and publisher from the Our magazine, and that was your work on the front. I think it was the pink Cadillac.
Thank you.
It was great.
Yeah, it's great because you get to work with the team, and very, very polished team and working together, just like we do here at the Royal Oak Show. Everybody really collaborates really nice.
Well, before we get into why you're really here tonight, in fact, you are the focal point of the show tonight. One of the high points that when the President's wife, First Lady Laura Bush, came, you had a little bit of role in making her look even better than she does.
Yeah, they were here in 2004 campaigning, and with the previous salon that I worked, which was Six Salon, they're also in Royal Oak. I'm good friends with them too, and it was an honor all the way around to be asked to do something like that. And at the Ritz-Carlton, and that was the night of the Republican convention. Went and touched up. She was via satellite appearing on an interview, and I touched up her hair and her makeup and got her ready for the camera.
Great.
So great honor.
Well, just before we get back into what you're doing, you have the Gyjsta. Now, that's an unusual name. Can you tell us how you got that name, how you came up with that name?
Yes. Well, my #1 inspiration is my boys. I have 3 sons. It's Joseph, Michael, and Angelo. And everyone knows that my kids inspire me, so we took their names, mixed up the initials, and came out with Gyjsta. So.
And what are you doing here tonight? What are we going to do tonight?
Well, tonight we're going to give away a great bridal package for a future bride. That's one of my fortes. I love being part of a bride's happiness and helping them enhance their beauty and taking them to the next level. And then as far as the show, I'm going to kind of give a little bit of a sneak peek of how to get ready for a big day. I'm doing a bridal makeover today.
So we're going to do the makeover right here on Royal Oak Show, live from the studios, correct?
Live from the studio, yes.
Well, great. And then also at the end of the show, or toward the end, we're going to draw 3 prizes, and you're going to be you're giving away some promotional gifts. Is that correct?
Some promotional, yes. We're going to give away a grand prize of a beauty day. It's going to be a European facial, a body massage, bridal hair, and makeup for the wedding day. That's the grand prize.
Well, great. So 3 lucky ladies tonight are going to walk away with pretty valuable gifts.
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah.
And hopefully you're not used to being in front of the camera like this, I know, but you're doing great.
And you guys are wonderful. I mean, you have a lot of great guests that come through here that are very selfless, and I've learned so much about people being just on this show. I think it's wonderful, and Carlos makes everyone feel really wonderful
well,
and comfortable, like a good buddy. So, but I don't think I do much. I just really love helping out, and I met Greg when I was 8.5 months pregnant, actually, before doing the show.
Your youngest child was born after we started the show together.
After we started, actually the first day I had to open up my studio, so that was an interesting day.
Great. I'm excited tonight. You want to tell us a little bit about your model, the person that you're going to work with tonight?
Yes, her name is Jennifer. She's a great friend, and she's also part of the Gyjsta team. Once a month she comes there and does skin therapy. She's a Dermalogica skincare specialist from New York, and then she actually resides here in Michigan, but she travels all over. So she inspires us also. And then I have Stephanie at Gyjsta. She's our new makeup artist, and she also is a spa coordinator. Giovanna's a spa coordinator at the studio. So we make everything personal, and then Valerie works on Saturdays with skin there.
So this is going to be fun tonight. I know
Fun,
that
yes.
we've got Pronto coming by, and they're going to give cupcakes, and we're going to talk about weddings, and from time to time we're going to break in, and we're going to
Yes.
see how you're doing with the makeover.
Yes, and Bill and Jim are also great acquaintances. They'll be better on the couch. They're fun.
No, you're doing just great. So, well, let's get started with the show,
Yes.
and I
Okay.
think you're going to stay here for a second, then we're going to take you into the other room, and we're going
Okay.
to start working on your victim, shall we say. So, I'm looking forward to it. Is there any gifts that are involving Andy and myself? Maybe a date with us or anything like that?
Bachelorette parties.
Sure.
You do bachelorette parties,
Yeah,
don't
I'm
you?
available. Yeah, I can
See,
help.
ladies, yeah,
That's
you'll
right.
have a great added gift.
Well, great. That'll be the 4th place prize. The consolation
That's
runner-up.
that's the booby prize. Yeah.
Okay, I guess let's get started, and
great.
we're going to cut in from time to time.
Perfect.
And do you have anything to say before you you head over there?
Well, I thank Greg for introducing me to everybody here, and I love coming here once a month and seeing my extended family. And thank you for everyone having me.
Well, great. We're gonna keep moving, and I
Thank
tell you
you.
what, at my Joe, I hope things continue to work out great for you, and
Thank you.
and hopefully after people see the work that you do, other than on Andy and myself, they're going to be beating down the doors and,
Thank you.
trying to get into the studio and spa.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, and we're going to be right back in just a moment with Jim Dimanski and Bill Thomas. Thank you for being here.
This program is made possible by a grant from
Sweetie, what did I tell you about ordering our new flooring?
Then I should call Contract Design Group in Royal Oak.
Yes, and you learned from this experience.
Big home improvement stores are not so big on knowledgeable service.
And
That TV jingle company's come with sky-high prices. Honey, I'm so sorry.
say that to Fluffy.
Oh, Fluffy.
Fluffy was not harmed in the making of this message. He's busy helping Contract Design Group celebrate 25 years of supplying fine flooring.
Okay, and welcome back to the Royal Oak Show. To my right, these two don't need any introduction at all. We have Bill Thomas and Jim Dimanski from Pronto. Guys, thanks for coming.
Thanks, Carlo.
Thanks a lot. I can't get up. I'm all wired to my seat,
Yeah.
so Jim, you're going to have to just...
Nod.
Hey, guys, thanks for being on the show tonight. You're fitting right in with the whole wedding kind of celebration
Absolutely.
mode of the show. Now, obviously, you're you owners and operators of Pronto. Let's get right into it. How long have you guys been in Royal Oak, the Pronto restaurant?
Well, in the back, we were just talking. I said 16, and he corrected me.
17.
17 years.
Right around 1991 is what,
Right.
December 21st of 1991
Yes.
is the
Exactly.
information that I have.
Yep.
And how did you come up with the name Pronto? I have to ask you that.
I don't know, we always have a different story about that. I don't really know.
Well, my first job was in a French school, and we were with a friend of ours who owned a bakery at the time, and driving around, and we decided we had spent a fair amount of time in Europe, and in Italy they answer the phone, pronto, pronto, and so we were driving, and I said, what about pronto? And that's how it happened.
And the rest is history.
Yep.
Well, we're glad you're here. Tell us about Royal Oak when you guys first opened up.
When we first came to the location where we're at, everyone said, you're crazy. You need to go to Main Street. Why are you way at the other end of Washington? And 17 years ago, downtown Royal Oak was a bit quieter. There was only ourselves and 2 other restaurants really in downtown Royal Oak at that time.
Les Tour was on one end.
And Mr. B's.
No, Jimmy's.
And
Jimmy's, you guys
and
had,
Jimmy's
yeah.
we had, but it wasn't what it is today. It wasn't the really liveliness that we have, and it turned out to be very good for us on that end because what happened, it gave us the opportunity to grow and take the entire block, and also parking was accessible, and we were close to OCC, Oakland Community College, and a lot of the students would come over, so it was a great working for us, and we picked the right location. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, when you first came, basically there was the downtown area and then you guys.
Right.
Yeah, we were totally destination. So when people walked through our door, we knew they were staying.
That's a good thing too.
Yeah, it is good.
And now you've basically played a role in the whole Royal Oak revolution, if you will.
South End.
South End, yeah. Well, how has Pronto grown since you guys opened up?
Well, when we first started, we were open from 8 in the morning to 8 at night, 7 days a week.
No liquor license.
No liquor license. And then currently right now we have about 125 employees. We have taken over the entire block, and we now have a liquor license. And we have the restaurant, and we have the bar, and we have the corner store, which we opened about 4 years ago. And also on the north end of Royal Oak, we have a 5,000 square foot commissary kitchen, because we make all of our own food. We make all of our own desserts. We prepare all of our own food. We make all of our soups from scratch. So we have all the food prepared on the north end of Royal Oak, and we bring it over to the restaurant daily.
Yeah. You know, from time to time during this interview, because you guys are part of the wedding marriage show, we're going to break away and we're going to go see Gyjsta and see how she's doing.
Great.
In fact,
That's
we're going to do
great.
that right now.
Sure.
How are things going back there?
It's going really, really well. We just applied the foundation, making Jennifer's skin already beautiful, making it look flawless, and that's what we do at my Joa. We prep everybody's skin so they look perfect on the camera on their wedding day from every angle.
Well, that's great. And how long does it take usually to put on the makeup and do the whole 9 yards?
Well, if it's just
I didn't mean to use those technical terms just with you.
if it's just bridal makeup, it's usually about an hour, hour and 15 minutes, because I do prep their skin before I actually start the makeup. I do a quick cleansing, toning and moisturizing, and then if I'm doing hair, it takes me a good 3.5 hours to do hair and makeup.
All right, sorry for the interruption, but again, this is the whole package deal tonight. So Pronto has really grown physically, as well as I imagine the menu has changed and the service that you offer has changed over
Well, you know,
these years?
ironically, the 5 most popular items on our menu since we've opened are still the 5 most popular items on the menu.
So you're not likely to change those anytime soon?
No.
Not the most popular things, no, Carlo.
I didn't go to business school. I'm a lawyer. What can I say? So what are those objects? What are those items?
We're known for our chicken pot pies, which have a whole wheat crust top and bottom. Our turkey chili, which is kind of a standard on our menu every day. The Reuben, which has now got a brand new resurgence. It is the food to watch for 2008.
Really?
Every magazine, like in the industry, is featuring a Reuben. And it's not just corned beef, which is our most popular item, but vegetarian, chicken, turkey, and we do them all.
It's a new trend, the Reuben?
It's a new trend. So old it's new.
Oh.
And They're adding bacon to it now.
Yeah,
and
adding bacon.
Tomatoes to it, and there's different variations of it.
And then we do a vegetarian sandwich. Remember I told you my background was in a French school. It's called the vegetarian roulade, and it means it's a roll-up. We were doing roll-ups and wraps 17 years ago before they were popular, and that is one of the most popular things on our menu. As a matter of fact, we were surprised. We do a survey of all our menu items every year, and that menu item, the vegetarian roulade, was our most popular menu item. A vegetarian sandwich in Royal Oak, go figure.
I can't imagine that.
Something new.
Well, you guys, I mean, you do other things too. I mean, I don't mean individually, because we're going to get to that in a second about how much you add to the community, but Pronto itself is not just a restaurant anymore. Is that accurate?
That's accurate.
Okay, what else do you guys do?
Since we've opened, we've always had a catering component because our background, our partner Tom, many people don't know there is a third partner, Tom Murray. He's the chef.
We make him work, and we do all this stuff.
Yeah. You guys just do the socialite
We
stuff.
do all the fun stuff.
Come
He's
on to
working
the show,
till
big
midnight
shows
tonight.
like this. Yeah.
We do the big shows, right? We've always had a catering component, and we've always done catering since we've opened. It was called Pronto 608, a restaurant and catering company. And so I handle all the catering for the company, and we have a sales team, and we do everything from weddings and bar mitzvahs and, oh golly, big
We're going to have the
social
bar
events.
mitzvah show coming up pretty soon.
All right,
Oh,
we'll be on that
we'll be
too.
there.
And so out of that grew our wedding cake business. We started doing catering, and we did weddings, and when clients came in and wanted us to do their daughter's wedding, as a gift to them, we did a wedding cake. And then we only did it for our catering clients. And then what happened is, once those people got married, and their daughters or their cousins, can you do it for Susie? Can you do it for, you know, Diane? And reluctantly we said, okay, all right, and it just grew. And so later in the show, I think we're going to talk about wedding cakes and some of the cool things that we do. And we also teach cooking classes, and I handle that on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So 2 nights a week, go back to my roots, my teaching. I teach cooking classes with Tom. Jim doesn't do that.
You're not the cooking class guru?
I don't think you want to make the stuff I would teach you. So.
Well, you never know. That could be another subject of another show.
I'm a very simple cook.
So, yeah, some of the stuff that I saw you guys bringing in is just amazing. Kind of like that show on, what is it, on the Food Network? The Ace of Cakes, yes.
Yeah.
You got it,
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, some of the stuff that I saw tonight,
we could go head to head.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. In fact, we're going to have the guy from AC Cakes. He's going to surprise you later on. It's going to be like it's going to be a
Is
cake
it like
off
that
or something.
Bobby Flay show? Or
You guys are going to have a little cake fight and everything
right.
else. So, well, let me talk about the two of you. Not only are you successful restaurateurs and business owners, and we're really happy to have you, but you don't stop there either. Both of you are very, very active in the community. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what you guys bring back to the community as well. Okay. I don't even know where to start. I mean, obviously, you guys are involved in pretty much everything. Bill, why don't you give us a little summary of...
Well, I'm going to toot Jim's horn for a second. He was the youngest president of the Royal Oak Chamber of Commerce. When we came to town in 1991, Jean Chamberlain, who a lot of people know, was the executive director for the Chamber of Commerce, and we call her our godmother because she really took Jim under her wing. And Jim became active in the chamber, and it really catapulted us into getting involved in the community. And he became the youngest president to this date of the Chamber of Commerce. And before the downtown was as big as it is today, there was an organization called the DROA,
right.
Downtown Royal Oak Association, and Jim was president of that. And when he became president of the chamber, I became president of the DROA. So between the two of us,
pass the torch to you.
we kind of ran things, I guess.
What else do you guys? What else do you guys have your fingers in?
Currently, I'm on the Downtown Development Board. I'm appointed. This is my third term on that, and I think it's my last term.
That wasn't an announcement tonight, was it?
No. I think that's
term limits.
Term limits. The dangers of term limits.
But I've been on the Downtown Development Board now for almost 9 years. And besides that, what we do is we're very involved with the Restaurant Association. And Bill and I started a few organizations in town, as a matter of fact. Back in 1991, Bill and I formed AIDS Walk Detroit. It's the largest AIDS fundraiser in Michigan. And we've currently raised over about $2.8 million. We'll probably be touching way over $3 million since 1991 that we have raised. And then
that takes place in Royal Oak every September. It's the single largest fundraiser for AIDS. About 10,000 people participate.
And I don't think, I think you hit it on the head. I don't think a lot of people realize how big it is or where it got its origin. And I know that you're not trying to take credit for it, but I think where credit is due, you guys kicked it off, and it brings a lot of attention to our community and our state.
And the thing about that is that it was, AIDS Walk Detroit started from a customer. You know, a customer that was coming to our business and buying coffee and so forth, unfortunately had AIDS, and we asked if we could help in any way, and he says, I don't need any help, but you could help many other people. And we formed Steppin' Out, and we formed AIDS Walk Detroit, and there were so many people out there who wanted to be a part of it, but just needed someone to start and get the ball rolling, so we were happy to do that.
Right, it was a simple request from Tony Caputo, who lived in the area, and we, with Gail from Gail's Chocolates, and many people remember Patty Smith.
Yeah, there's
Patty
a blast
Smith
from the past.
Collectibles. Linda Hawkins from Lotus Imports. And so we would meet as a group and decided to put on a simple walk in 1991. And today it's the single largest fundraiser for AIDS in the state. It's mind-boggling to us.
That is incredible. I mean, you guys have also played a part in so many other different areas of the city. I think every so often I'm reading something in the paper about come to Pronto, and from the hours of 10 and 2 you're going to give all of your proceeds. I think you call them the benefit nights, correct?
We have benefit days at Pronto, and what we do is that we designate certain organizations that we would like to help throughout the year. And in March right now is going to be, we started Friends of the Royal Oak Animal Shelter. And we always have a big event on March 17th on St. Patrick's Day from 7 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the morning. And we give 10% of the proceeds of the day to the animal shelter. And we also encourage people, and we usually be able to fill 2 van loads worth of food and blankets and toys for the cats and for the dogs. And then people also give money for the organization, donate. And usually we collect anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 that day. So I encourage people to come, and it's a great event, and we have a blast in it.
We just finished an event for Honor Flight.
Right.
That was really popular. That was in January, and we, I think we raised
We were
$5,000.
almost $5,000.
Yeah, and so we had a photo gallery of the honor flight that happened in November. My dad and I went to that. He's a survivor of Pearl Harbor, so that was great. And Brad Ziegler did a whole photo exhibit in the restaurant. It was really, really phenomenal. So we try to touch the community and give back. It's always been part of our culture, our philosophy. You know, we're blessed. We're in a really vibrant downtown, and our customer base is really more than Royal Oak, but people want to be a part of it. So it's a good way for us to give back, and we call it benefit days.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you guys are here, and I'm glad you decided to stay. And right after this break, we're going to go out there and look at some of your wares, and we're going to take a brief break here right now.
Okay.
So.
Wonderful.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with these two. And right now, I think we're going to see Mr. Positive, I think.
When you look into the mirror, what do you see? A vision of all that your future can be. A chance to be famous, a chance to be rich. If fate takes your side, you'll fulfill every wish. But look very close at the reflection within. It's all up to you, so let your future begin.
This program is made possible by a grant from Tricolor Graphics, Detroit's premier imaging center. Tricolor Graphics specializes in printing image files with state-of-the-art equipment, fine art reproduction, digital photo output, light box graphics, signs and banners. Whatever your graphics needs, Tricolor Graphics has 40 years of experience of doing it all in Royal Oak. Photo mounting, laminating, finishing, restoration, and retouching. Tricolor Graphics is your one-stop graphics leader. To learn more, visit tricolorgraphics.com. That's Tricolor, Grafix.
All right, welcome back. As you can see, we're surrounded by a bunch of delicious treats. But before we get into all of these, Gyjsta, how we doing? Let's go see how Gyjsta's doing.
Oh, we're doing great. We've just finished the beautiful eyes. We have a lot of beautiful plums in her eyes. They're going to really bring out her green eyes. That's what I take in consideration too for the wedding day. I really look at the features.
All right. Well, we're going to let you get back to work over there, Gyjsta, and thank you very much. Right now we've got cake, so you don't mind if we leave you for a little while, do you?
Here,
All
I want
right.
some cake too.
All right, gentlemen. Tell us what we've got here.
Well, we have an amazing assortment of wedding cakes. And if we start over to the left, Andy is featuring the Royal Oak cake.
Before we get into the Royal Oak cake,
Yeah.
you know what we're going to do here? We've got Jim, who's got some treats, and that's what
For
the
the
audience
audience.
really came for. They didn't really come to listen to us.
Yeah.
Jim's going to go out there and...
Well, you know, Carlo, we brought what we call wedding cupcakes. It's vanilla chiffon with buttercream and white chocolate shavings. And these are rather large, but we did them so that everyone could enjoy a little bit and see how delicious buttercream and chiffon taste. We make our own chiffon and our own buttercream, and people always say, gee, it tastes so wonderful. Well, it's because it's made with real butter. We did this special for you. And if someone is getting married in Royal Oak and they want something that's truly hometown, this is really special. Be perfect for an anniversary. Could be cool for a birthday. It's all made out of sugar, and we make all these acorns and leaves to order. We actually did this last year for a wedding, but it was in green and white. It's on our website, prontorestaurant.com. You can see the actual wedding cake.
Is that something else, Andy? What is it? That's incredible.
I'm amazed by it.
Next time I get married, I'm going to call you guys.
Why don't you just do it for a birthday, Carlo? That'd be good.
Yeah, I guess that would be simpler then.
I'm going to bounce over here,
Yeah,
though.
definitely.
This
Go
is cool. Square is the new round. And I think what's so special about this is a signature cake of ours, and this is called monotone. So it's beige and white. And it has all these beautiful little sugared flowers and a bow on the top. It's got 3 different styles. If you look, it's filigree, it's got a little design here, and then it's got the basket weave. We customize every single wedding cake, so you can pick and choose different styles.
And basically anything that a customer wants, you guys can make.
We can make it based on their budget.
How about a Reuben cake?
There you go.
Sure. We can do.
You pay enough, you'll make any kind of cake, right?
We'll make it look like a Reuben. How's that?
Okay.
This is a cake that is very popular. It's a smaller style cake, and instead of 3 tiers, it's just 2 tiers. And what a lot of couples are doing now are they are opting to not have such a big cake, but a smaller cake, and then use this as centerpieces on the table.
Oh, okay. Now, is there a trend?
Oh, this is the trend, right in
Okay.
the middle, the cupcake
I
tower.
knew that. That's why I asked that
Oh,
question.
you're good, Carlo. This is
one
so
left.
popular.
Good for
You know,
you.
It's yours.
Carlo,
That's
you
it.
forgot to ask me about the special celebrity.
I was going to ask,
Okay,
other
go ahead.
than serving Andy and myself, have you ever had a chance to work with a celebrity?
You know, I'm so glad you
A real
asked.
celebrity, that is.
Mary J. Blige. We just did her 37th birthday at the style event for General Motors. We were asked to do a beautiful cupcake tower for her, and she exclaimed it was the largest cupcake she had ever seen in her life.
Did she ask about Andy and myself?
She wanted to know when she was going to be on the Royal Oak Show.
That was going to be a surprise.
That was our surprise. She's coming in next.
There you go.
Right after Gyjsta. Yeah. And this is a traditional cake. We call this a princess style cake. It's a little bit smaller. It's got a beautiful swag made out of fondant. It's very popular today, this fondant swag. You can see the colors in this. These are not fresh flowers. These are all made by our pastry chefs. As with all of the flowers on here, fresh flowers are a big trend right now, but so are the flowers that you're seeing here. They can be done in any color. These don't quite mimic nature. You can see it's a little more coral, maybe a little brighter yellow. But the cool thing about this, you can keep these after the wedding.
I mean, it's amazing, and I hope the camera can pick it out, but the detail, I mean, Andy, isn't it incredible?
It's phenomenal.
The
I don't know
detail
how
on
they
these
do it.
cakes is just amazing. Wedding cakes have come a long way since.
And you know what? It's crazy because chocolate is so popular right now. We'll even do this square cake or this little princess cake, we'll glaze it in chocolate. So you don't have to think in terms of white. We brought a more traditional look today. You can see some of these beautiful little cupcakes. Let me show one here with the white rose on it and just a little bit of buttercream. Really beautiful, and it can be done virtually in any color. You can see red or pink, and then this cupcake tower comes complete with a little 6-inch torte for the top.
You know, that is amazing, and it's so instead of cutting the cake, it's basically everybody's going to grab a cupcake. And
Absolutely.
so, what would you suggest after you get made up and you get you're looking beautiful over at My Joa with Gyjsta? Come over to Pronto and sit down with one or both of you guys and your pastry chef and get it
Yeah,
planned?
usually me. Jim doesn't get too involved in that, but
I just served the cupcakes.
There you go.
I did a pretty good job too.
Yeah, I don't hear any complaints.
No
I think we
complaints.
should make
Everything.
Carlo eat one right now.
Did
don't you?
anything?
In fact, it's really quiet out
Yeah,
there.
very quiet.
So basically, the sky, there is no limit as far as the creativity.
No
Do you guys
limit.
get like the fountains? Is the day of the fountain over with, or do you just
Yeah.
try and steer some people
No,
away
the
from
day of the
crazy
fountains
stuff?
are gone. I think the brides today are a little more concerned about how it tastes and how it looks. It's got to look good and taste good. The fountains, the little statues, and all that. Not our clientele. It may still be popular, but in our area, not so much. It's more stylized with the Ace of Cakes and all those Food Network shows. People are really exposed to a higher level, and they're more concerned about how it tastes and how it looks. So you can see these beautiful cakes really run the spectrum of wedding cakes.
And you don't get the request for like the Twinkie, or that's a little below.
Well,
you
now
guys.
wait, we do groom's cakes, and we did do chocolate covered potato chips on top, and we
see,
had a
now
banner
we're
that said "Better Made." So yeah, we've done M&Ms, we've done little golf balls on top. So the groom's cake, even the armadillo, we've done. So, yeah.
Well, there truly is nothing that's out of the question.
No, you can virtually do anything in cake. Sky's the limit. Your imagination, and wedding cakes, pretty much run the budget of anywhere from $350 on up.
Okay, we're going to take another break, and we're going to go see how Gyjsta's doing. How are things going over there?
They are going beautiful. We're just putting the finishing touches. Again, doing a lip color. We're customizing it, really complementing Jennifer's features. And that's another thing that we do with brides at My Joa is that special one-on-one, giving a customized look.
I don't know if you can see. Do they have a camera back there for you to see these beautiful cakes?
I got to see them earlier, yes. I know Pronto. They are amazing. They are the best.
We know that. All right, Gyjsta, we're going to come back to you in just a little while.
Thank you.
In the meantime, I was going to grab that cupcake.
I think you should grab the whole tray.
Well, we've got some
Look
more
at
coming
what
down,
we
too.
did for Carlo.
These are just mine.
These are just. This is what the audience got. So these are for Carlo and for the staff. So.
Well, great. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Very welcome.
Guys, thank you very much for coming on the show, and
Appreciate
it was a pleasure having you on.
Pleasure being
Thank you.
Don't
Thank you very
drop
much.
those cupcakes.
I'm gonna go back and eat them. Thanks again, and we'll be right back with Russ Brown.
The Royal Oak Show website is accessible 24/7. Visit royaloakshow.com to get information about our guests, find handy community links, and locate our great sponsors. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Royal Oak Show. We have with us next the true blue-collar thinking man, Russ Brown. Take it away.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Raucous. Well, thank you for braving the horrible weather here of Michigan. We really appreciate that. We've got a bunch of snow coming tonight. You guys are out. Appreciate it. The thing about winter that I don't like is that it makes everybody mean. Am I the only one that gets really mean and angry? Not just because you live in Michigan and you own a car, which is completely your own fault at that point, but I mean, like, am I the only one that's just, you're driving along on the icy roads, you're doing like 30 on the ice-covered roads, and there's that idiot in the Hummer 2 that zips past you, like, I got four-wheel drive, I don't have to be. Am I the only one that really wants to see that guy flipped over in a ditch somewhere about a mile down the road? Just me? And I don't want to get it wrong, I'm not that mean. I don't want him hurt. I just want it to cartwheel like 12 times and him walk away unscathed with poop in his pants. I don't think that's too much to ask, is it? No, I don't know. The best part about Michigan in the winter is going someplace warm for vacation. And I just got back from Mexico where I was in an all-inclusive resort. Which, what's the best thing about an all-inclusive resort in Mexico? Free booze. Yes, that is, if you've never been, that is the big thing that they do there. If you stretch like, there will be a drink right in your hand. Just like thank you, Javier. Oh, haven't been drinking in 8 seconds. All right, good. We'll put it right next to the other one. And you do, and that's the reason why they don't have all-inclusive here, because we're not responsible enough to handle that kind of thing. And this is true. I had been out getting my money's worth out of the resort, and then the next morning I'm all kind of hungover and bleary-eyed, and my buddy, who's worse than me, he's being responsible. He's got this little chocolatey, it looked like a Carnation instant breakfast, I was like, well, that's very responsible of him. I didn't expect him to do, that's very good. And I said, what is it? And he goes, a mudslide. And I said, well, I've never had one, so I tasted it, and it was delicious. It was like a yoo-hoo. It was incredible. And I said, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to try a mudslide over here, Javier. And so did you know those have booze in them? Like a lot of, I didn't know that. I was 9 of them in before I could, I realized, and then it was too late. It was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't even say mudslide. I was like, more Ovaltine, please. No, I wish that was a joke. That is terrible. Oh, no, I don't know. And alcohol, they've really raised the bar with alcohol. Now they have Jaeger bombs. Does anyone have ever heard? That is a ridiculous thing. They take Red Bull energy drink and alcohol and they put it together. What sadist came up with that? Who wants to have all the energy to do the things that you don't normally have the motor skills or inhibitions not to do? I mean, that is... Who thought that up? That is a terrible idea. And I came up with my own, because I'm very creative. I came up with my own, but it's the most dangerous drink in the world. It's one that I don't think should ever be made. But I'll give you the recipe because I'm irresponsible. It's Red Bull energy drink and tequila. Yeah, I call it Punch a Cop. You drink 5 or 6 of them, you probably won't get a hangover, but you might get bit by a police dog. So drink responsibly. Speaking of mistakes you make when you're drunk, there are a lot of brides-to-be here. All right, congratulations for the brides-to-be. I know, sorry. No, I've married for 16 years, so I get to talk about it. But I don't know, with the brides, a lot of people are, should we do this, should we do that, all the other things. And I tell people, and I know maybe I'm not old-fashioned, and I know some people, I think you should live together first. I know it sounds weird, it's against a lot of people, but I think if you do that, well, you gotta look at it this way. It's like a business. Imagine if you could only buy one car for the rest of your life. And to sell it would cost you half your stuff. You'd kick the tires. I mean, that's just good business. It is, you know, you got to look at it that way. And I'm like the senior married guy in my little circle of friends, which means my buddies always ask me my advice, but then they never take it. They say stuff like, "Hey, man, I'm thinking about popping the question." I'm like, you might want to think that through, brother. Really, that is a hard decision to make at such a young age. And then they get mad that, well, you know what we got? Well, I've known her for 4 years. We've been living together for 2. At this point, we're basically married. It's exactly the same. There's no difference. Yeah. That's like saying, hey, you like camping, right? You'll love homelessness. No discernible difference whatsoever. A lot of differences. I mean, if you look just between single women and married, you know, that are even probably in this room, this time of year, married women love this time of year because it's about the time of year when all their fur starts to lay down soft, kind of flatten out a little bit. They don't have to, you know, they're like, oh, thank you, Michigan. I don't have to shave till May. Oh, that's perfect. Single women don't get to do that. She said, ooh, that's right. You're a bride-to-be. That's right. Call me in 10 years. Yeah, that's how it happens. I don't make the rules. Married and I have kids, that'll suck the fun right out of it. Oh man, I do. I have kids, and here's a funny story. My name is Russ Brown, and I had a son, and I named him James. I did. It's my little joke to him for the rest of his life. I was like, you feel good? They shouldn't let me name children. That's forever. Oh, yeah. No, I have kids, and I have a daughter. I also have James, and I have a daughter. Which is, if you're a man, it's a very important thing to watch a woman grow from like day one. And, you know, you learn a lot about women that you really can't wrap your head around. That you know, things that, well, like the thing that I learned was that women are born evil. Yes, they are. They are born evil. I thought it was, you know, nurture, but it's really nature. They are born. If you don't believe me, I have a true story. This my daughter, she was 2 years old. She's potty training. She's in her big girl pants. We're so excited, you know, finally out of diapers. She comes up to me and she goes, "Daddy, I want a cookie." And I said, you can have a cookie. You'll spoil your dinner. And she goes, "I want a cookie right now." Now, I was in the Marines. I don't take that. I was like, listen, no means no. And if you throw a fit, there won't be a cookie after dinner. She looked up at me with a little evil gears turning. And you got to change me. Anyone think I just made that up? Where's that chap in the book? Dr. Phil? It was night. Daddy drank the whole box of wine that night. That was a great night. You guys have been great. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Welcome back, man. As usual.
On the big couch.
Yeah, you're on the big couch.
The big couch.
Yeah, welcome back.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I like coming back. It's a good show.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm having fun, and I'm glad you're back.
Oh,
I introduced you. I kind of got a couple snickers from the audience, but you do describe yourself as the blue-collar thinking man. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I talk about stuff that really happened. Does anyone think I really made that story up about my daughter? I mean, that
no.
really happened, and I think that life is so much funnier than, I just flew in from Vegas, and boy, my arms are tired. You know, I think it's things that you can relate to, and tragically, the conversation about camping is a true story.
That was funny.
But yeah, I mean, that really happened to a guy, and he got really like, oh, I know all about being married, and you just go, yep.
Yeah, how long have you been married now?
It's going to be 16 years. Yeah. If I was in the military, I could retire, I think, at this point.
You were in the military,
Yeah, I was.
right?
I was in the Marines, yeah.
Former Marine?
Spent 4 years in the Marine Corps, and then I got out, and I did engine development for General Motors, and then I quit to be a stay-at-home dad, so I don't know.
So you're a former Marine and current family man.
Yeah, well, and comic.
Which was tougher, marriage or Marine Corps?
I don't know. I mean, it's so different with kids because you can't rationalize with a child, you know, especially a girl child. I mean, you know, I've never had to have an argument with a man of any age, you know, from 1 to whatever, about a napkin is still good even though it's wrinkled. You know, we can, just because the napkin has a tear on the corner doesn't mean you have to get a whole brand new one. But with a daughter, you really have to do that. So there's a whole learning curve that you get, and it's as a man, it's so cool to see, you know, how that evolves. I mean, I kid about the whole being evil thing, but that's, you know, that sugar and spice and everything nice is marketing. Yeah, that's what that is. Yeah. Yeah.
Now you get a lot of your material from what you call the real trenches of life.
Things that really happen to me. Yeah, I wish I don't know. I wish I was a better writer and I wouldn't have to have such an awful life. But I have a lot of weird things that happen to me. But it's a lot of fun, and comedy is one of those things I always wanted to do, but then I never did, and I was trying to be responsible. And I went to an open mic, which I recommend people should go to. Live comedy. I get a lot of people who say, I love comedy. You're a comedian. I love comedy. Oh, when was the last time you went? Oh, 7 years ago. And I was like, oh, when was the last time you paid $20 for a terrible Ashton Kutcher movie? They're like, oh, twice last week. And you're like, oh, well then, that's how it is.
I can really tell you like what you do. I heard you talking. I was eavesdropping a little bit about some of the worst places that you played.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
you want to share any of those with us?
Oh,
you don't have to, but
Recently I played a gig. This is actually last Thursday. I was at
another true story.
This is a true story.
Okay.
It's not. I don't even have a joke for this. I was in Hemlock, Michigan.
Where is Hemlock, Michigan?
It's
you can't get
west
there from
of
here?
Saginaw. Yeah, it's named after a poison for a reason. It's really, it was crazy, and it was a sports bar, which they will put comedy in the worst places. Since I've started comedy, I have done stand-up comedy during Game 2 of the World Series when Boston was going to win the World Series.
Oh, that's
at
gotta
a
be,
sports bar.
yeah.
Why would you ever do that? But then I've done it during, this year, I did it during the Super Bowl. During the third and fourth quarter of the most anticipated Super Bowl in 15, 20 years.
You got to talk to your agent, I think.
Well, and they look at you and I go, I think that would be I don't think I want to do that. And they go, do you want the money? And I go, yes, I want the money. And so then I have to take the gig, and that's, but yeah, Hemlock was terrible. They had like awful sound, and it was at a smoky sports bar, and everyone was there for wing night.
Not there to see you?
No, the fact that I was there was incidental. They had no idea, and there was a table of 9, 7 of which were under the age of 9.
So that's good. That's good. You gotta.
And I said, oh, did you come here for the comedy night? He's like, no, I came for the wings. And I was like, oh, it's not even the Red Wings.
Well, Russ, thanks again for coming back. How do you like the show so far? With
I
the
like
wedding?
it. It was great. Yeah, with all the cakes and stuff. You have no idea. I'm going to eat that when I get off. I was going to eat it before. I didn't want it on my shirt.
Thanks for coming down.
Thanks a lot.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to go see how Gyjsta's doing right now. Gyjsta, can you hear us in there?
We're about coming up to give you the big reveal.
The big reveal. Oh, they're bringing out the bride.
Well, let's stay tuned for Gyjsta. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Standing next to me, we have the beautiful, the lovely Gyjsta Nuculag. Gyjsta, before we go any further and we do the reveal, this is the wedding show. You forgot to mention the most important person in your life other than me.
The most important person, yes. And why this is all possible, me coming here once a month, is my husband, Pashko. He really is the force behind everything. He supports me in all the things that I do with my creativeness. So.
And how long have you been married?
15 years.
15
going
years.
on 15 years.
And
yes.
like Andy said, you must have got married when you were about 15. So.
No, he's very kind. 20.
Well, I'm glad we remembered Pashko.
Yeah, Mr. Pashko. Yep, he's the brains behind my joy, and taking care of our 3 great sons. So. Thank you.
All right. Well, what do we have? You have Jennifer, the lovely Jennifer. I wasn't able to see as the.
Oh, you didn't see the before?
Well, I saw her before, but I
Okay,
didn't
great.
see the makeup. So
Okay, the
the
makeup.
audience was privileged to that. Are we
Yes.
going to bring Jennifer out
We're
now
gonna bring
and see?
Jennifer out,
This is
yes.
what they call in the network the reveal.
The reveal, yes.
Okay.
She looks stunning.
Is Jennifer ready to come out?
Here she comes.
Wow. Okay. Jennifer. Jennifer, you are in fact very stunning.
Oh, thank you.
Right. And Jennifer, introduce yourself for the people in the audience.
My name is Jennifer Honeycutt, and I work with Gyjsta, and I'm a skin therapist there. So she does amazing work. So.
We can see. We can see. Have you enjoyed your time on the Royal Oak Show?
Yes, I have. Definitely. Absolutely.
Oh, good. And just, is there anything that you want to tell us about what you did on Jennifer?
Again, we started off very soft. We started off in prepping her skin. I think that's really important. You don't want the makeup wearing you. You want it to go on very lightly and just building up into the look. I really believe in enhancing one's own beauty, not taking away from their beauty, and then just building up into the look. I think it's really, really important for the bride to have the most special, beautiful, relaxing day that's a once in a lifetime. And then of course I truly believe the paparazzi is going to be out, everyone's going to be taking photos of you, so I really take into consideration to make the brides look flawless from every angle, and that's what we do there.
Well, you've certainly done a magnificent job on
Isn't
Jennifer
she
here.
stunning?
She is.
From the inside out. So,
Jennifer, how did you enjoy your experience with Gyjsta? You've known Gyjsta for quite a while, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I actually am an educator for a skincare company that she carries, and went in and trained her staff, and she's done my hair several times and makeup, so she just does an amazing job, and it lasts all night, so it will actually look like this tomorrow morning if I didn't wash my face tonight. So.
How come, Gyjsta, you don't ever put one of those little flowers in my hair when you...
I don't know if your wife would appreciate that.
Maybe we can get Andy to put a little flower in his hair.
Yeah, Andy's a rock star. We can get him to do that.
Now, just let me just ask you a few questions. Now, when a bride comes into your studio, your spa, you take a personalized approach. It's not just a cookie cutter kind of approach. What did you do? What did you accentuate on Jennifer today? Maybe you can tell us a little bit about some of the things that you worked on and concentrated on.
I looked at Jennifer's beautiful eyes. She's got green eyes, so I complemented it with some really soft plum tones to really bring out the greenness in her eyes. We enhanced her lashes a little bit. We also just brought out the texture in her skin, and that's what we discuss actually when the brides come into my studio. We actually talk about things like that to help complement their wedding dress, from their flowers, from everything that a bride thinks about for like the year or year and a half of planning. I try to really complement that, and really the key is to listening to the bride and again, I always say taking it to the next level.
Oh, great. You've done a great job.
Thank
and Jennifer,
you.
thank you very much.
Thank
Just
you.
now, I
Thank
think
you.
we have a little function that we're going to do tonight, and what everybody's been waiting for.
Yes.
You are going to look like Jennifer when you leave Gyjsta's studio. I think, Andy, you're going to be drawing some magic names
Right
from
here.
the My
We
Joa
have the
bag.
Almost lucky recipient, so I will reach into this bag,
Okay.
pull out a name.
And when you come, if you're obviously when you win, you come on down here. We're going to.
Is Christine Gilby here?
All right.
Come on over.
So, Christine.
Come on over. Now, Christine, is it Christine?
Yes.
All right, and I think this was the third.
This third place prize. Yes, third place, correct.
All right, Gyjsta, what is the third place?
Third place is bridal makeup for your wedding
Thank
day.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Christy, I'm going to ask you just a few questions here.
Sure.
Your name again is?
Christine Gilby.
All right, and you're getting married?
Actually, I'm not getting married. I have a very good friend who's getting married.
Okay, and when is that wedding going to take place?
I believe sometime soon, in the next 6 months or so.
Was this going to be a surprise for her? I have a mic. So was this going to be a surprise for
It
her?
is. I don't think she knows I'm here.
All right, well,
Yeah.
she probably won't be watching the show. So. No, I'm just kidding.
Tell her
Does she live in the Royal Oak area?
I think so, yes. Really close. I think Ferndale, Royal Oak, really close
Okay,
to
well, we
this
won't tell her
area.
then. Well,
Oh,
that's
sorry.
great. So you're looking forward, your friend's going to be looking forward, and she's going to come in and see Gyjsta?
Thank you. That was very nice of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Andy, we're going to go to the second
Here
place.
we go. Second place.
Now, the second place prize is going to be a
Bridal hair and makeup for their wedding day.
bridal hair and makeup.
Is Beth Quisenberry here?
Beth Quisenberry, come on down. You brought a friend with you too?
Oh, it's my sister.
Oh, okay. And your name is?
Beth.
Oh, you're Beth. Okay, all right.
She's the one getting married.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys are playing tricks on me. And your name is?
Robin.
Robin. So, Robin, you're getting married?
Yes.
Okay, and Beth, you're just here as moral support, your sister? Okay. When is the wedding?
June 6, 2009.
All right. And are you looking forward to working with Gyjsta here?
Yeah.
All right. Gyjsta, is there anything you want to say to her before she
Well,
comes in?
congratulations. How exciting for planning. And if you need anything with planning, I'm there for you.
I think you're going to be very happy with Gyjsta and your wedding as well. So thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
All right. Nice to meet you. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And now, if we had drum, we would give the drum roll. The first place prize winner, which is going to be Gyjsta, what are they going to
That is luxury. They get a day of beauty. We start off with a facial, a body massage. It's not on the wedding day, but we'll prepare for that, and then bridal hair and makeup for their wedding day. And that's a really great value because it's $350 worth
And tonight
of
on the
prizes.
Royal Oak Show, it's on the
It
house.
is. Alyssa Kappas? Koppas?
Koppas, come on down.
Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa. How are you?
Hi,
Thanks for
good, how
coming
are you?
down.
Thanks.
And it's Alyssa Koppas, correct?
Elisa Koppas, yes.
Elisa, and you're getting married in, let me guess, October of next year.
This year, October 11th of this
See,
year.
how did I know that?
Yeah, so
All right.
soon.
Are you happy about this?
I'm very excited.
All
Yeah,
right.
we've been engaged for a little over a year now, so I'm ready for the big day.
You want to mention your fiance's name?
CJ Reed.
CJ Reed.
Yes.
What does CJ stand for?
Colin Justin.
Okay. CJ's
Yep.
good. That's
Yeah, CJ it is.
Just is there anything you want to talk about?
Again, congratulations.
Thank
That is
you.
excellent. I love fall weddings. That'll be perfect. And I can't wait to hear all the details about your wedding and compliment that.
Yeah, I'm excited to come in. Thank you.
You're
You and all the brides after the makeup are going to have to send us pictures, and we're going to
Absolutely.
do kind of
Definitely.
a before and after shot. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks,
and
Dan.
good luck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot for coming to the show. This has been a wonderful evening. I think I've had a good time. Gyjsta, have you?
Yes,
And-
thank you
and
for making
Jennifer,
us
you have
feel
any parting
comfortable.
words to say to the TV people in TV land?
I just want to say, come visit us at My Joe. You guys will have a great time.
Great, and I echo that sentiment. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, come back next time for the Royal Oak Show, and thanks for coming tonight. And to all the brides, congratulations and good luck.